Hey ho, guys and gals, and hello, my friends. This is your host, Joe, live with Yosef. It's the 8th of March of 2026, and me and the and dude here, look at him. Look at my boy. Oh, I love you, buddy. We're going to do an update. First off, dude has been sitting up with me a lot more than he ever has. Maybe I'm just now figuring out what the hint is that, no, Daddy, I want you to pick me up so I can sit in your lap. But I'm petting him right now, and I love my dog. I had plans to go to Las Vegas today and then the Prim for 9 or 10 days, and I went ahead and canceled that. I'm not going to Las Vegas, nor am I going to Prim. I'm going to get refunds on the hotels and on Cartzilla, but I'm going to probably have to eat the Sammy Hagar ticket. It's about $140, and well, so be it. No, no, I'm canceling because I I went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago, and we prescribed some stuff. And now, 2 weeks ago, Friday, I went and picked up my meds, and I had also renewed my promethazine, which is the nausea drug. And without that, I'm a wreck. And I could not get a straight answer out of anybody. Then it just suddenly disappeared entirely. And I suspect that it has something to do with the renewal or the renewal of the med, the refilling of the med is it was an old prescription from Kaiser, Northern California, and they just weren't going to say anything. So my drug coverage emailed me or texted me. Jesus. My drug coverage left a message, and then I went to the doctor on Thursday. And okay, the promethezine's been approved. Well, gee, thanks. It's been 2 goddamn weeks. So one of the problems here with the Walgreens is that they fill very few prescriptions in-house. They have a fulfillment center in Phoenix that fulfills everything and then it gets sent up here. Well, it doesn't do a very good job. So one of the reasons that I canceled Las Vegas is without the promethazine, I could hardly do anything. Now, also, my doctor prescribed me a GOP, and he prescribed me Ozempic by brand name. Now, I was on a GOP last year that I was paying out of pocket for, and I couldn't, between the monthly fee and the blood testing, which was all going to be out of pocket because I was still on Kaiser, I let it drop away. Now, I could tell in some of my videos I was seeing some success because I was a little skinnier in the face, but of course, as soon as I'm off it, I stuff my face. I have a problem. I've always had a problem with food. Food is love. Parts of my childhood were really, really difficult, and I found solace in food, and I always have. Now, I know you're thinking, well, gee, dude, you do restaurant reviews, and well, the thing about drugs or alcohol is you don't need either one. If you can get to that point where you're able to overcome that, but you got to eat. You can't just not eat. Now, I know I'm responsible for everything I stuff down my gullet. It still doesn't mean it's any easier of a struggle. And so my doctor went ahead and put me on the GLP, and my insurance resisted it, but he appealed, and it's approved. So I'm waiting for not only my promethazine, I'm waiting for my Ozempic, and I'm waiting for the other two drugs that he renewed under his office's name, and it shouldn't be a problem, but I need to be here when they come. So I didn't want to go to Las Vegas. I didn't want to have to try to send them to Las Vegas. I just thought this is more important. Now, I had planned a 2-week trip, a week in Shoshone and a week in Tehachapi, mainly in Shoshone so I could see the Death Valley bloom, and in Tehachapi I could see the poppies bloom in the Antelope Valley. And I'm probably going to drop both of those. Maybe one, maybe both. I need to keep an eye on my money because I'm being referred to a specialist in Flagstaff. Flagstaff is 180 miles. Now, I can't drive there and back in a day. It's not even 2 days is a challenge. I need a day to rest. So it's looking like when I follow up with these people next week, Monday or Tuesday, one idea is I make an appointment, so I pack up Jolene, and Dude and I stay in Seligman because I like Seligman. It's about 80 miles into Flagstaff. This edit may be a bit rough. I'll stay in Seligman. It's about 80 miles to Flagstaff, so I could stay in Seligman. I could drive the next day and drive back, and then rest a day in Seligman, and then drive home. So, and that depends on the weather. If it's 50 degrees, I'll do it. I'm not worried about that. If there's 3 feet of snow on the ground, that's something else entirely. And I have driven in Flagstaff on the way home from the times of trouble when we hit the deer. And it was ice and snow on Interstate 40 through Flagstaff. And I remembered seeing a U-Haul stuffed in the side of the road. So I'm going to be careful about that. If I have to take the pickup, I will. And then I'll have to board a Dude. Boarding Dude's $40 a night, and a hotel's twice as expensive as camping. And then I have to eat out every day instead of bringing something. So, but I do need to go to the specialist, and I need to pursue this. Now, the train ride in May, I'm still on for. I've got all 3 of my nights reservations made in Illinois, in Sacramento, and in Los Angeles. So I'm good to go with that. I got my ride down. Sarah Payton we're on the same page. I'm looking forward to it. Mahid Ivan texted me yesterday, and he closed on a house in Washington with an RV hookup spot. So he's going to come down to Havasu in the end of May, right before Memorial Day. I think he's crazy because it's going to be 9,000 degrees, but he's going to come down here, and I'll go down. I'll probably board Dude because it's just easier. Dude doesn't do hotels well, and I'm not going to struggle with him anymore. He does Jolene better, and that's okay. Now, I shortened this up a touch. I downloaded it. It was about 14 minutes of ramble, so I'm going to try this to see if it's any better. So I think I got everything I want covered. So I'm going to think about it here for a second, then I'll film the close. So this is your host, Joe, Life with Yosef, a little update. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Enjoy your day. Peace be with you. May Freya show you favor on the hunt through her fields so soft and green now and in the afterlife.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
And we'll see you for the next one.